Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Renegade Immortal episode number 312 based on novel. So let's start. Wang Lin greets Senior. How could I dare forget the promise I made before? No matter how dangerous this place is, I'll bring Qing Xuan's body here. Seeing Zhu Yi made Wang Lin emotional. Zhu Yi was one of the few benefactors he had, and no matter what cultivation level Wang Lin reaches, he will always be respectful to Zhu Yi. Zhu Yi revealed a melancholy expression as he looked at Wang Lin, and he shook his head. There is no need to call me Senior when it's just us. If you don't mind, you can just call me Big Brother Zhu. Zhu Yi's eyes suddenly narrowed and he carefully looked at Wang Lin. Who injured you so seriously? Your origin soul is dim, and due to recovering too slowly, it's leading to more hidden dangers in the future. There was a chill in Zhu Yi's expression. Wang Lin wryly smiled and simply explained the matter to Zhu Yi. He didn't mention the source origin and only talked about the vermilion bird awakening. It wasn't that Wang Lin didn't trust Zhu Yi, but the matter regarding source origin was simply too important. Master Void. Cold light flashed in Zhu Yi's eyes, and there was a hint of guilt in his gaze toward Wang Lin. If it wasn't for bringing me Qing Xuan, he wouldn't have been in such a danger. Master Void, I'll remember that person. Zhu Yi nodded and didn't ask more, but he engraved Master Void into his heart. Hurting Wang Lin, who had come to bring him Qing Xuan, was touching his bottom line. If there was a chance, given Zhu Yi's personality, he would make Master Void pay a terrible price. You must have come for the pills here, although most of the pills have already been taken by the Celestial Cloud cultivation couple. The only ones remaining are those that are useful to spirit bodies. They didn't take them because their storage method is very complex. As Zhu Yi spoke, he suddenly changed topic and said, "But don't worry, I'll find a way to get you those pills." After Zhu Yi finished speaking, he turned into a ray of sword energy and charged out of the restrictions of the alchemy room. He appeared in the air and clasped his hands. Senior's Celestial Cloud couple, this person is my old friend. Please gift me some pills. A chuckle came from the distance. There was a flash from the nearby purple forest and Wang Wei and Hu Huan walked out. The two of them walked slowly, but strangely, it only took them 3 steps to reach the alchemy room. Wang Wei waved his hand, causing the restrictions outside the alchemy room to disappear as if they never existed. This made Wang Lin's pupils violently shrink. I had already guessed that little brother Wang had some relation with this sword spirit. It seems I guessed correctly, Wang Wei joked as his right hand reached out and a crack immediately appeared before him. 6 purple jade bottles flew out into his palm. These 6 bottles of rank 5 celestial gathering pills might be useful to you. With that, Wang Wei waved his right hand and the 6 bottles of pills flew toward Wang Lin. Dense celestial spiritual energy came from the 6 purple jade bottles, and the smell inside them was extremely refreshing. Wang Lin held the 6 bottles and scanned them with his divine sense. He didn't immediately consume them, but put them away inside his bag. Hu Huan carefully looked at Wang Lin and suddenly said, "You are the inheritor of the annihilation restriction." Wang Lin was calm as he looked at Hu Huan and calmly said, "I'm not the inheritor, I just know some of it." When Zhu Yi saw Wang Wei only give 6 bottles of celestial gathering pills to Wang Lin, he couldn't help but frown. After pondering a bit, he looked at Wang Wei and said, "Senior Wang Wei, not only is this person my old friend, but he is also my benefactor. There was something I didn't say before, but I was sealed here and he saved me. If not for him, I wouldn't have had the chance to meet Senior." Wang Wei meaningfully looked at Zhu Yi before his right hand reached toward the crack once more. This time, 5 colored jade bottles flew out. He threw them at Wang Lin. These pills are known as the Heaven Avoidance Pills. They are rank for celestial pills, and taking them will greatly reduce your injuries. Wang Lin took the bottles and scanned them with his divine sense. The celestial spiritual energy inside these bottles was monstrous, far more than the 6 bottle of celestial gathering pills he got earlier. Zhu Yi frowned once more, apparently still somewhat dissatisfied, and no longer clasped his hands. Since Senior knows about the Rain Celestial Sword Spirit, Then I presume you also know about Rain Celestial Lord Qing Shuang. Wang Wei's eyes suddenly narrowed. He didn't ask but took out 3 more bottles from the crack. He didn't introduce them and directly threw them at Wang Lin. Wang Lin caught them, and after he scanned them, his expression changed. The celestial spiritual energy inside these 3 bottles was even stronger than the 5-colored bottles. These were obviously better. Junior once became infatuated with a female corpse in the Rain Celestial realm. I built a celestial jade pagoda to store the corpse to prevent it from rotting and to allow it to exist forever. Ju Yi's eyes were filled with nostalgia as he recalled the past. Later I found out that she wasn't Ting'er, but Celestial Lord Qing Shuang. Wang Wei's expression changed. He had worried that he would destroy the spirit if he used Soul Search, so he had held back asking. However, now that he heard the story, a wave was set off in his heart. Hu Huan revealed a trace of excitement in her eyes. The 2 of them looked at each other before Wang Wei reached at the crack once more. This time, dozens of colored bottles flew toward Wang Lin. Staring at Ju Yi, Wang Wei said, "Continue with your story." Wang Lin's expression became strange. He finally understood what Ju Yi meant when he said he would find a way to get the pills. The last time I took Ting'er to the Rain Celestial Realm was when I met Wang Lin. The reminiscence in Ju Yi's eyes became even stronger. He seemed completely immersed in the beautiful and memorable memories, and his face revealed a melancholy smile. As he spoke, everything that happened in the Rain Celestial Realm was brought up. As Wang Lin listened, he was also reminded of what happened. 1. Wang Wei and Hu Huan were brought back to these realistic memories. When they heard someone wanted to steal Qing Shuang, trace of killing intent appeared on Hu Huan's gentle expression and Wang Wei's eyes turned cold, releasing a powerful pressure. Ju Yi muttered, "I was willing to burn everything for her. I have no regrets." Even now, Ju Yi didn't regret what he had done. After hearing that Ju Yi had burned his soul to reach the ascendant stage and regain his sanity in order to protect Qing Shuang's body but still didn't regret it, there was a hint of compassion in Hu Huan's gaze toward Ju Yi. What a terrible fate. Wang Wei let out a sigh. With his cultivation level and experience, he could naturally tell if what Ju Yi said was the truth or a lie. A remnant soul had formed inside Qing Shuang due to his thousands of years of obsession, as she awakened. She revived Ju Yi, who was on the verge of death, and made him the new Rain Celestial Sword Spirit. After hearing the story from Ju Yi's mouth, Wang Wei and Hu Huan silently pondered. After a long time, Wang Wei let out a sigh and clasped his hands at Ju Yi. "I'll remember Brother Ju's kindness to Qing Shuang. If I've done anything to offend Brother Ju, please don't take offense." Hu Huan's expression was filled with pain as she looked at Ju Yi and said, "We will not forget Brother Ju's grace." The 2 of them could easily see if it was the truth or a lie. Adding to what they had speculated before, how could they not believe Ju Yi's words? Also, Ju Yi's identity as the Rain Celestial Sword explained everything. "I presume that little brother Wang Lin is here to bring Qing Shuang's body." Wang Wei looked at Wang Lin and couldn't help but reveal a look of admiration. Thinking back, he didn't pay much attention to Wang Lin, but he didn't expect Wang Lin to be such a righteous person. At this moment, it seemed the matter had been cleared up, but Wang Lin didn't immediately take out Qing Shuang's body. Instead, he retreated a few steps, looked at Wang Wei and Hu Huan, and said, "What exactly are seniors' identities?" Wang Wei admired Wang Lin even more for his caution. The amount of caution Wang Lin showed meant that he truly cared about his promise to Ju Yi. "Forget it. I haven't told anyone my identity to anyone for a long time. Since you and Ju Yi have helped us and also Celestial Emperor Qing Lin greatly, I can't keep it a secret from you two." Wang Wei let out a sigh as he looked toward the center of the 6th floor. There was a hint of melancholy on his face. "I'm the number 1 guard under Celestial Emperor Qing Lin, and at the same time, I was also his second disciple." As Wang Wei spoke of his identity, an indescribable aura spread out from his body. This aura contained a heaven-shaking arrogance. In an instant, Wang Lin could feel Wang Wei's fame in the celestial realm. Hu Huan softly said, "I'm teacher's 7th disciple, and I grew up together with little sister Qing Shuang. When the celestial realm collapsed due to the calamity, we were lucky and happened to be outside, thus avoiding the calamity. After learning that teacher hadn't died but was seriously injured and had gone into hiding, we searched countless caves over the years. Finally, we were able to determine that teacher was in the celestial spirit heaven realm. Wang Lin's mind was startled, and he began to silently ponder. Hu Huan looked at Wang Lin and waved her hand at the restriction to the right. The restriction immediately changed and became even stronger than before. You should have seen the difference in the restrictions around the alchemy room. With your restriction cultivation, you should have had a guess. After the celestial cave was opened by teacher, all of the buildings and restrictions here were set up by me at teacher's command. Only I can add perfectly onto the restrictions here. Hu Huan's voice wasn't loud, but when it landed in Wang Lin's ears, it was like roaring thunder. Wang Lin gasped and wryly smiled. So it really was you. I thought it was Senior Wang Wei. Wang Wei shook his head and laughed. My restriction cultivation is weaker than hers, or else I wouldn't have lost the bet regarding your restriction back then. Wang Lin slapped his bag of holding and was about to take the celestial pagoda out. However, at this moment, Wang Lin's expression changed and he suddenly looked into the distance. The moment the sharp laugh was heard, Wang Lin saw a bald person that seemed to be walking in the void and quickly came here. Bei Lu. Wang Lin's eyes lit up. What a good disciple of Qing Lin to actually trap this demon inside a restriction. Bei Lu took a few steps and noticed Wang Lin. He revealed a look of surprise. You were able to get here? Bei Lu's eyes revealed a strange glow. There was a flash of coldness in Wang Wei's eyes. He let out a cold snort and took a step forward. His right hand formed a seal and curtain of rain immediately appeared and shot toward Bei Lu. Hu Huan stepped into the restriction on the side and bit the tip of her right finger. Then she quickly drew a strange rune in the air. After the rune appeared, it gave off waves of ghostly light. Just at this moment, all the restrictions in the 6th floor of the Celestial Emperor Cave seemed to become alive and unexpectedly lit up at the same time, as if they were all triggered at once. They came from all directions and flew directly at ancient demon Bei Lu. The sky was filled with restrictions, and as Hu Huan pointed, all of these restrictions gathered. Ancient demon Bei Lu pressed his hands to the side, causing a powerful surge of demonic energy to appear, and formed a vortex of demonic energy. This demon doesn't want to fight with you too. The two of you want to save Qing Lin, and I'm after that ancient devil, Ta Jiao. Although our goals are different, we can still work together. I fear just you two aren't strong enough to open the seal Ta Jiao placed. With me, the chances of breaking it will be greater. Bei Lu was inside the vortex, and the demonic energy swirled around him. His voice was distorted by the vortex, and when it landed in one's ears, it would make them tremble. Wang Lin was already injured, so his face immediately turned pale. He took out several pills and threw it into his mouth. He had no time to digest them before he cycled the origin energy inside his body. How is my proposal? If we continue to fight, you won't be able to save the Celestial Emperor and I won't be able to kill Ta Jiao. In the end, we will only make it easier for him. Bei Lu's voice was filled with demonic intent. The reason Bei Lu was saying this was because he really dreaded Wang Wei and Hu Huan when they worked together, and Hu Huan controlled all the restrictions here. When Bei Lu left the Celestial Burial Pool, he had already encountered them on the 4th floor. They went through a very vicious battle, but in the end, neither side could kill the other. However, because of Hu Huan, Bei Lu was trapped for several months. He came here not to continue fighting, but to work together. Hu Huan's eyes lit up and she looked at Wang Wei. As Wang Wei stared at Bei Lu, the coldness in his eyes slowly disappeared. He waved his hand, causing the water curtain to disappear before he calmly said, "Okay." Bei Lu relaxed a bit in his heart and landed on the ground, but kept within certain distance from the couple. His gaze fell on Wang Lin and he laughed. "Little brother Wang, your cultivation level has unexpectedly improved again. However, if you don't heal that injury soon, it will affect your cultivation in the future. Forget it, this demon was only able to come here because of you. I don't think anyone else would have let me in. Although I have medicine to help you, Your injuries must have been caused by someone. Tell me his name and I'll kill him for you to repay your grace. Wang Lin's expression was cold. With his intelligence, how could he not see the provocation and temptation in Bei Lu's words? Bei Lu was obviously very surprised Wang Lin was able to get there and didn't know what his relationship with the celestial cloud couple was. Wang Lin revealed a faint smile as he clasped his hands and said, "Many thanks, Lord Ancient Demon. If the person who hurt me appears, I'll tell you. Please don't back out on your promise then." Bei Lu's eyes lit up and he laughed. He didn't mention this again. It was naturally inconvenient to take out Qing Shuang's body now. Wang Wei took out a pill wrapped in green wax. There was a trace of reminiscence in his eyes as he handed it to Wang Lin. "This is a green pill teacher gave me. Whether you cultivate celestial spiritual energy or origin energy, as long as it is an energy of this world, all injuries can be instantly healed after taking this pill. I don't have much of this pill left. You may choose to take it now or save it for later." As Wang Wei spoke, he coldly looked at Bei Lu. It wasn't merely that he didn't have much left, he only had 3 total. 1 was with Hu Huan and 2 with him. The moment Bei Lu saw the green wax, greed filled his eyes as he was far too familiar with it. When he and ancient devil Ta Jiao sneak attacked Qing Lin, even with Qing Lin's severe injuries, the pill still had some effect. It allowed Qing Lin to put up a lot of resistance and was ultimately why the ancient demon had failed. Gifting this pill means they share a very close relationship with Wang Lin. This also means they still have some more left. Although I don't know if this is true, if a real fight starts, it will be troublesome. Bei Lu's gaze withdrew from the pill. Holding the pill, Wang Lin didn't immediately take it but put it in his bag. They moved toward the dark fog at the center of the 6th floor under Hu Huan's guidance. Zhu Yi still floated beside Wang Lin. Wang Lin was very weak and needed someone to guard him, so Zhu Yi would naturally not leave. Soon, the dark fog appeared before them. Bei Lu looked at the black fog with hatred in his eyes. If it wasn't for the fact that he had failed, then ancient devil Ta Jie couldn't have seized that opportunity. However, this isn't a bad thing. How could Qing Lin be that easy to deal with? Ta Jiao mustn't have succeeded, or he would have long left this place. After stepping into the palace, Wang Lin immediately saw a stone tablet on the ground. This tablet was around 20 feet tall, and the only thing on it was a handprint. Wang Wei looked at Bei Lu and said, "The last 3 floors are teachers' private chambers. I don't know if there are any changes to those places. In order to have a better chance, we should wait for more people to arrive. Wang Lin, spend some time healing so you have the power to protect yourself." Wang Lin's eyes narrowed. He still wasn't able to see through the celestial cloud couple. They weren't anxious to enter and actually wanted to wait for others to arrive. There was also ancient demon Bei Lu. He didn't question it at all, as if he had the same idea. "Don't think so much and focus on healing. I have already seen that those 2 are strange, but they won't harm us." Zhu Yi was beside Wang Lin, and he sent Wang Lin a message through a special method only sword spirits could use. Wang Lin lowered his head and his eyes lit up. He sat down but didn't take out the green pill. Instead, he took out the other pills and devoured them one by one after checking them out. He then closed his eyes and focused on healing. Although he was healing, he didn't seal his divine sense. Although it would affect his healing speed, he had to stay vigilant here. Time slowly passed, and in the blink of an eye, 7 days went by. During this time, Wang Wei and Hu Huan were sitting down as if they were cultivating. Ancient demon Bei Lu was the same. Wang Lin let out a mouthful of foul air. His injuries had recovered slightly, but the hidden dangers were still there. Luckily, there were enough pills to fully recover. Wang Lin took out more pills and devoured them after checking them out. However, his divine sense was still spread out and locked onto the entrance. He was waiting for Master Void to arrive. He believed that Master Void's group of 3 would be the first group to arrive. Time seemed to last forever in the hall, and it was easy for people to forget the passage of time. Wang Lin's injuries slowly recovered due to the large amount of pills. Today was the 27th day since everyone started waiting in the hall. It was about noon when Wang Wei and Hu Huan both opened their eyes and looked at the door. Ancient demon Bei Lu was one step faster than them in looking at the door. Fluctuations came from Wang Lin's divine sense. When his eyes opened, they revealed a mysterious light as he looked at the door. A person slowly walked into the hall. This person was a woman surrounded by snowflakes. The snowflakes danced around her and looked extremely gorgeous. It's her. Wang Lin withdrew his gaze. The first person to arrive wasn't Master Void's group of 3, but the girl in pink who was suspected of being the brilliant Void Saintess. Her expression was calm. Her beautiful eyes swept across the hall and especially looked at Wang Lin. She didn't speak but found a corner and sat down. Less than 7 minutes after the girl sat down, Wang Lin felt fluctuations outside the hall once more. He looked up and saw 3 figures entering the hall. Master Void, the beautiful woman, and the man in black. The moment the 3 of them entered the hall, they attracted everyone's attention. Master Void immediately noticed Wang Lin, and a monstrous killing intent flashed through his eyes. The moment he saw Wang Lin was also when Wang Lin saw him. Wang Lin's eyes turned cold and he calmly said, "Lord Ancient Demon, he is the person who injured me." The moment Wang Lin spoke, Wang Wei and Hu Huan all turned to stare at Master Void. Even Ancient Demon Bei Lu looked at Master Void with a smile that wasn't a smile. Killing intent flashed across Ji Yi's eyes as he floated forward, approaching Master Void. The sudden scene caused Master Void to suck in a breath of cold air, cold sweat covered his forehead, and his heart pounded even faster. He didn't know what Wang Lin had done in these short few months to make these people help him. The celestial cloud couple and the strange bald man made him feel like he would have to be cautious even during his peak. However, right now he was seriously injured and half of his origin soul was missing. His cultivation level had fallen from peak Nirvana Shatara to mid-stage Nirvana Shatara. He didn't dare to move at all or retreat. He was locked onto by everyone inside the hall. It was likely any movement from him would make everyone else here attack him. "I'm the Cultivation Alliance's elder, Master Void. Junior brother of head elder Master Zhongxian. What is the meaning of this?" Master Void forced himself to calm down and even brought out the Cultivation Alliance. Cultivation Alliance, Wang Wei coldly looked at Master Void and shook his head. What a high status. Hu Huan smiled and casually looked at Master Void. She and her husband had never considered the Cultivation Alliance much. It wasn't that Master Zhongxian or the Alliance were weak, but they had their own pride in their status. Especially Wang Wei, whose pride was known by everyone in the celestial realm back then. However, after countless years of change, Wang Wei's personality had been suppressed and wasn't so easily revealed. However, the pride in his bones wasn't something time could erase. Wang Wei and Hu Huan were disciples of the strongest person in the celestial realm, Celestial Emperor Qing Lin. They were famous when the celestial realm was still around and the Cultivation Alliance didn't even exist. They were still just a bunch of lower realm chi cultivators back then. Even Ancient Demon Bei Lu grinned, and his eyes filled with mockery. As an ancient demon, he naturally held disdain for this Cultivation Alliance that was a new organization. He was already famous in the outside realm when the sealed realm still belonged to the celestial realm. In addition, although he had been trapped in the demon spirit land for all these years, he had learned a lot about the Cultivation Alliance through the cultivators that came here. In fact, he knew a lot more details than most people. Your senior brother, Master Zhongxian, was already a famous person before the celestial realm collapsed and was considered one of the strongest chi cultivators. When the celestial realm collapsed, he was among the first people, along with the 4 divine sects Azure Dragon Divine Emperor, that risked their lives to rob the celestial realm. In the end, he used some unknown method to obtain most of the inheritances of the Rain Celestial Realm, and only then was the Cultivation Alliance established. I, Bei Lu, actually admire such a person, but you, Bei Lu shook his head, and his eyes filled with mockery. Master Void's expression was gloomy. Their gazes made him very angry, but he suppressed that anger. He pointed at Wang Lin and said, "I have a personal vendetta with this junior. Since you fellow cultivators came forward, I'll hold off on this matter. I promise to not find any trouble with this junior while we are in this cave. I presume you fellow cultivators are here to work together to enter the next floor. Why we're in the mood? If it impacts our chances at the next floor, it's not worth it. Hundreds of thoughts flashed through Master Void's mind as he spoke. His words were very clever. First, he pretended to be weak and did not cause any trouble for Wang Lin. Then pointed out that it was not good for the overall situation for them to start fighting now. To force someone with his cultivation level and status to say something like this was the most humiliating thing one could experience. All his anger was focused on Wang Lin, and although his killing intent was hidden, it was even stronger than before. The man in black next to Master Void walked out and sat down. It was obvious he was showing he wasn't going to participate in this matter. Only the beautiful woman stood next to Master Void with a pale expression. Wang Wei's cold gaze withdrew from Master Void. Although killing this Master Void wouldn't be difficult, it would still be troublesome as this person was still a Nirvana Shatterer cultivator. Although he was seriously injured, as Master Zhongxian's junior brother, he should still possess some spells and treasures. Right now, saving his teacher was Wang Wei's priority. There was no need to rush killing this person to get revenge for Wang Lin. Seeing that this matter was going to calmly pass, Master Void relaxed in his heart. However, just at this moment, Wang Lin stood up. Master Void's pupils suddenly shrank as he stared at Wang Lin. The moment he looked at Wang Lin, Zhu Yi immediately released a powerful cold aura. He turned into a ray of sword energy and shot directly at Master Void. The moment Zhu Yi stepped out, Wang Lin stepped out too. His hand formed a seal and flames appeared in his eyes. Fire came out from his right arm and quickly formed a vermilion bird before him. This vermilion bird let out a cry as it charged at Master Void along with Zhu Yi. "You courting death?" Killing intent appeared in Master Void's eyes as he waved his right hand. A yellow vortex appeared out of thin air and swept forward. Wang Wei originally didn't want to attack right now, but seeing Wang Lin and Zhu Yi attack, he couldn't just do nothing. Zhu Yi couldn't die, and Wang Lin had brought Qing Shuang here, so he couldn't die either. After letting out a sigh, Wang Wei pointed forward and a curtain of water appeared. It released a 5-colored light and immediately charged forward. It was so fast that it immediately reached the yellow vortex Master Void had created. Wang Wei calmly said, "Seal." The moment he spoke, the 5-colored curtain of water turned into water vapor and spread out around the yellow vortex before it quickly contracted. There were popping sounds as the water vapor fused with the yellow vortex. The vortex immediately seemed to stop rotating and suddenly collapsed. It turned into countless pieces of dirt that scattered in all directions. Master Void's schemes were completely destroyed by Wang Lin's attack. Wang Lin's daring and cunning shocked Master Void. Such a decisive act was something Master Void knew he couldn't have done at Wang Lin's age. Even out of all the juniors he had met, there were few like Wang Lin. The collapse of the yellow vortex allowed the vermilion bird formed by Wang Lin's spell to charge through. As it rushed out, it released a monstrous flame that contained extreme heat, and it shot toward Master Void. Unless he took out that iron sword again, Master Void wouldn't care about Wang Lin's attack. What he cared about was Wang Wei, Hu Huan, and Bei Lu. Facing Wang Lin's attack, Master Void slapped his bag and a small bag appeared. He slapped that bag and purple ashes flew out of it. The moment these purple ashes appeared, they turned into a mire and gave off a rotten smell. The smell shot toward Wang Lin and Zhu Yi. Bei Lu smiled and quickly stepped forward. With just one step, he appeared on the mire and mercilessly inhaled. There was a whistling sound as the mire was sucked into Bei Lu's mouth. Bei Lu's eyes were filled with greed and he licked his lips. He then appeared near Master Void and his hand reached out. Master Void's expression changed greatly, and he retreated without hesitation. His hand formed a seal and repeatedly clapped down, causing a thunderous rumble to echo across the hall. At this moment, the vermilion bird formed by Wang Lin's spell closed in and brought with it intense heat. Master Void let out a roar, then his origin soul appeared around his body and pointed at Wang Lin's vermilion bird. He used his powerful cultivation to cause the vermilion bird to shatter into pieces with a point of his finger. Master Void didn't stop moving. He stepped to the side as he tried to shake off Bei Lu. However, Bei Lu was even faster and kept chasing after Master Void. Popping sounds echoed in the hall, and after every pop, Master Void's face would become a bit paler. While Bei Lu chased, demonic energy erupted from his body. He only needed to raise his hand and spells would appear without any seals. There were so many different spells that it was enough to blind someone from the light. Master Void had no chance to fight back and could only retreat while passively resisting. What gave Master Void a headache was that the collapsed vermilion bird had unexpectedly reformed. It gave off an even stronger flame than before and charged at Master Void. No matter how many times Master Void destroyed the vermilion bird while being chased by Bei Lu, it would reform from the flames. It was as if this vermilion bird really had an undying soul. Ji turned into a ray of sword light and followed closely. He wouldn't causally go near Master Void, but the moment he found an opportunity, he would charge in. The beautiful woman's eyes revealed a hint of hesitation and she was about to help when Wang Lin suddenly looked at her with a cold gaze. This immediately made her think of Wang Lin's words before he left the first floor and the terrifying power of the iron sword. Her foot that had lifted and was forcibly stopped by her. She subconsciously avoided Wang Lin's eyes and the idea of helping Master Void quickly extinguished. Master Void's face became even more pale. If this was it, it wouldn't have been too bad, but what made Master Void anxious was that Wang Wei had unexpectedly stood up. He charged in and went on a pincer attack with Bei Lu, completely sealing in Master Void. Seeing that Wang Wei was about to attack, Master Void became anxious and roared, "If you fellow cultivators don't participate in this matter, I will give up on taking anything from this Celestial Emperor cave and will help you break through the restrictions in here." Wang Wei's eyes narrowed, and even Bei Lu's eyes narrowed and his feet paused for a moment. Just at this moment, another fluctuation came from outside the hall. Someone else had arrived. The All-Seer slowly entered with Ling Qianhu, and the old man on the gourd was behind him. After seeing what was going on inside the hall, Ling Qianhu was startled. The All-Seer revealed a gaze that made it seem as if he had foreseen everything. He revealed a smile that was not a smile and looked at Master Void. "All-Seer, help me." Master Void quickly retreated. However, just at this moment, Wang Lin's right hand formed a seal and the vermilion bird condensed once more. He didn't target Master Void directly, but it suddenly collapsed into a sea of flames next to Master Void. Just at this instant, the sword light formed by Ju Yi released a fierce energy he had never released before along with a trace of the aura of a pseudo-nirvana void treasure. He charged directly at Master Void, who was inside the sea of flames. This video will end here.